Okay, so this is my third time doing this recording, and I swear, if this one fucks up as well, it's about to be yeah, no episode for this week because it's tired. Your girl is tired. But anyway, welcome to episode 6, season 1, bold of Rebellische conversations. This is your host, Night, about them Zazai. Um, do you know what? I always say, and I'm always talking shit, but I always say like this is gonna be a short, sweet episode. But I guarantee you, this one is. It's not gonna be as long as the others or the original episodes. I promise this one's actually gonna be short and sweet. Um, First, I'm just going to rant. So, this week has been so fucking stressful to me. So my launch is on Monday. So Gal is running around like a headless chicken. I have so much stuff to do. I feel like instead of my to-do list getting shorter, they're getting longer because I had plans for a photo shoot and I was planning to style everyone and do this and do that. Ended up having to just grab onto my co-workers, and we ended up doing a fucking photo shoot in the store. The bomber jackets that I designed didn't come until fucking Friday because they were delayed by FedEx. And then one FedEx driver dropped off one box, and I was like, but wait, there's 2 boxes. And he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I only have 1 box. And then in the afternoon, the next FedEx driver rolls in with the next box, and I'm just there like, well, rascal, can't y'all fucking coordinate our setting? So that's been happening. But then all the pictures I realize are more contenty, like Instagram, Facebook contenty, and not necessarily like WhatsApp contenty. And then all you first and foremost, now I'm gonna say something and y'all are gonna be mad because most of y'all are fucking iPhone users. I see it. All you motherfucking iPhone users, yeah, always talk shit about Androids, but you see, when you say Androids, that don't really matter to me. You see, if you say Samsung phones, now we're gonna tussle because I'm a Samsung girl through and fucking through, and Samsung makes the screens and the cameras of your phones. So where are we going with this? Google it. Google it. The Samsung facilities makes your motherfucking screens and cameras in good old China. Okay? Alright. And then I was doing like using my colleague's brand new iPhone 14 Pro and to take like pictures and some of the videos and stuff like that. And now I'm editing and the videos just look bad choppy. Ooh. See, I'm even bored of talking about it. The videos look mad choppy. So, for the benefit of the doubt, right? I know YouTube cuts down the video quality of like everything. I honestly don't understand why. I'm literally gonna have to go on to like one of these YouTubers that I watch and just see what camera that they use, because at this point YouTube is fucking annoying and it's just, you're fucking up my bag, brother. But so I'm trying to get the website done. Most of the pictures are taken from iPhones. So if you go on it and you just think, fucking hell, what is going on? It was an iPhone 14 Pro. Yeah? Alright. So y'all just need to reinvest in something else. Yeah? Alright, cool. So I've come to accept, well, I haven't accepted it, but I'm gonna have to accept it. I've come to try and accept the fact that my website and everything is not gonna be how I want it to be. But at the same time, with that being said, I also know that even after the launch, once I've like rested and I'm okay again, and everybody's schedule correlate, I will also be doing content because I have to continue to do content anyway for Instagram and Facebook, but I'll also do really, really good content to switch out the pictures. That's on the website. Cool. I've added a chat function. It was there the last time, but I've added a chat function that's also if you have a message or whatever, it actually goes to one of my phones directly. So I always respond there, but don't go blowing it up with some reckless shit, yeah? Because just remember, your information goes on that as well, and I can just block you from ever coming back on my side. So that's fun. All right, so kicking it off, going back into it, because obviously I just told you about my mental state, right? And today's episode is basically we're talking about mental and spiritual disruption. Now, I am Jamaican, and with me being Jamaican and British, but we're not gonna get into that. With me being Jamaican through and through, if you ever hear a Jamaican person say, yo, the person fuck up my spirit, dog, or something to do with my spirit, just know you got me what? Fucked up. I am what? Fucked up. Cool? So this week's episode, and this is gonna go up late because I'm recording this at 5 o'clock in the morning, because as I've been telling you here, I've been so overwhelmed and anxious. Like, I slept out the whole of the day, and then I laid down and watched Rio with my son, and he fell asleep, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up, used the bathroom, and I was like, oh shit, I still haven't done the recording. So so today's episode is about people who disrupt your mental and your spiritual state purposely, because they just want to hurt you, or because they feel like they have more power than you, and they're kind of like on a power trip, and they want you to be miserable like them. This week's episode is also like a solo dolo, so I'm gonna try and keep it short and cute. But I feel like we've all had that experience of like someone being on a power trip, like a colleague or a boss or whatever. Like, for example, back, I was working at this company. So both the managers were fucking. I knew from a longer time, and I kept telling my colleagues, and they were like, no, until it started to become super fucking obvious. Now, I told you, like, I'm a very, very observant person, and like, if someone goes on a power trip, I will observe the fuck out of you, because I want to know where you getting all of this fucking boost up, because clearly it has to be someone on the other end that's channeling you all this power to make you feel like you bigger and better than anyone. So I always say, if you're a manager or whatever, you can never be in that position without actual workers, without a team. So if you can continuously disrespect that team, baby, we can get you fucked up, because if everybody refuses to work based on you, you don't have a team anymore, and everybody is just literally proof that you are the problem. So anyway, they was so by observing him, I realized him and the higher up was fucking, and then it just started to get like worse. So there'd be times when he'd be the nicest person, and then there'd be other times where, like, if you criticized anything and said it to the actual bigger boss, they would go straight back to him and tell him everything. And I realized it's more like a pillow talk shit. So when as a manager, you're supposed to handle stuff like that, as in like taking the two parties or just talking to the person about it. And then this person was more like, the higher up was more the person that threw rocks and hid their hand. So you tell them something and they'd be like, oh yeah, oh my god, I understand. But yet still, to the other person, they'd be like, oh, this fucking bitch, she said this about you. And then it's just mad, because I knew this was all happening, yeah? Because this same person that was on a power trip come back and told me word for word, oh yeah, she said this, that, and the third. And I'd really be looking at both of them like, you fucking dumb people didn't even realize that you the ones that's kind of blowing up your thing. You're blowing up your thing, and I'm really just sat back just fucking laughing. So now obviously they don't work there no more, and fucking good for them to that, because I don't think I would have been able to hold my mouth for too long. I tell no lie, because how they left anyway. But that's a whole next story. Fuck, my anklet just broke. I don't like that. But yeah, and we move. So them people that kind of throw rocks and hide their hands, it also ties back into like very, very narcissistic behavior, because they'd be doing wrong, right? And they'd say some shit or do some shit towards you, and then they'll turn back around and say, yeah, well, if you had done this, or if you had done that, or if you had said the right thing, then I would have never done this, so this is basically all your fault. Right. Because I look like Boo Boo the motherfucking fool, huh? But yeah. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a colleague. It can be like a friend. It can be a family member. It can be the man or the girl that you're sleeping beside, that you're namming on a daily. So you just got to, again, like I say this every other episode, like, you got to watch out for these red flags. You're walking past these motherfucking red flags like, say, you're fucking Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, like, oh, you got vision, baby. Stop walking past these red flags like you're trying to see the best in everyone. You can't see the best in everyone, because that's not the fucking world that we live in. Reality hurts, because genuinely you are around some fucked up individuals. And it's sad that our kids now are growing to kind of be tainted early by this world. But it's literally the fucking world that we live in. As a parent, you can only just kind of love on your child and give them the tools and the knowledge to be able to navigate the world properly. But baby, we're living in some fucked up times, brother. So you, as a big gal, big man, still just out here trying to see the best in, no, babe, we move. We can't see the best in everyone. I'm sorry. People are genuinely fucked up. Like, for example, I have an internship advisor, right? So before the internship started, we were supposed to have a call. The internship advisor is from the school, so we were supposed to have a call, just to, see how I'm doing going into this thing and whatnot. At the time that he chose to call, all kids were off school. It was basically like a little bank holiday type thing. So my son was actually at my workplace with me, because I was at work at the time when I was having this meeting, and my sister was on the way to pick him up, but he wasn't like giving trouble or anything. Like, he loves my workplace. People in my workplace love him because he's just a little vibe, right? So I was on the call, he was talking or whatever. I thought the call was very unnecessary, because you're just wasting my time at this point. Because yeah, y'all are supposed to be teachers with a busy agenda, but yet still y'all find time to fucking schedule in every fucking thing before you just send me an email. Y'all want to know how the fuck the day's been going? Send me a fucking email, dog. I do not want to see you face to face on motherfucking Teams, but alright, cool. So schedule the meeting now. At the end of the meeting, De Niro, my son, comes up to me and says, Mommy, can I have some water? But I had water right in front of me, so I just gave him the cup, and then he went about his business, right? The man says to me, so I'm about to say bye to this man. The man says to me, oh yeah, one more thing, I have a tip. I'm like, okay, didn't ask you for one. It's not warranted, but go ahead. And he was like, yes, well, I don't want you to be offended. So right away, I know I'm going to be offended. And then he goes, But you should also know that it's very unprofessional to have your child around you when you're at work and when you're on important business meetings. Most people will find it cute, but other people will just find it very fucking annoying. He didn't say the fucking part, right? Cool. So obviously I had to cut him, and I was just like, first of all, you do not working in my workplace, okay? My son is not going to be on an internship with me because he goes to school. I'm sure as a big old man, you should have kids or you should have grandkids. Some people don't have kids, and okay. And in that respect, I won't fault you for what you said. But when kids are on vacation, they are genuine. They're more than likely with their parents or they're with grandparents. My parents are in a different country. I'm a single mother. My son is with me. My son being at my workplace has nothing whatsoever to do with you, because my workplace is a kids friendly and animal friendly zone. Literally, people be bringing their motherfucking dogs every other day. My son is only there probably once in a blue motherfucking moon. I was like, your opinion was not necessary, and it just feels like you're trying to criticize me as a single mother. And he was like, no, no, no. I was like, first, I haven't finished speaking. I allowed you to speak. Now it's my turn to speak. My son will never be in a meeting with me. This is a casual fucking talk that was very like not needed. So I didn't feel the need to not tell my son to come around me. I'm his mother, and any little time that I can get with my child, I'm more than happy to have. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people just be, and it felt like he was just saying some shit just to fucking say some shit, because the conversation was done and it really didn't have a motherfucking thing to do with you, isn't it? If someone else has complained about it, or you would have the power to finally like grade me on it or whatever. But again, this had nothing to do with you. Like, this was literally like not even, because I was getting upset all over again, because like some people just really try to get you out, just to get you to react. But I just PS motherfucking A, I just want people to understand this. Yeah, me, as you hear me speaking, and normally you would see me saying this, but there's no visual on YouTube this week because obviously, you know, I've got a lot of shit going on, and if I had to do a YouTube video as well as the normal audio of the podcast, it would be long and the editing would be long, and your girl just don't have time for it right now. But I promise you next week's gonna be a video. Anyway, so boom, with that being said, yeah, me being me as I am here right now, Miss Goldborn, I genuinely do not give a fuck. Okay? I am 27 years old and I am an old motherfucking soul. I've been through so much shit that even that fucking internship mentor would clutch his pearls at. Okay? So with me going through all that and still surviving through all of that and still, you know, here to be able to give my son these gems and to love on my son and still be emotionally available to my son and whoever's in my life at that moment, brother, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you're a family member. I don't care if you're a partner or so-called partner. I don't care if you're fucking me. I don't care about none of that. The only person that I care about is my 3-year-old. And that's just facts. Everybody else's opinions is you take them in and you let them fucking go. What Chippy say? What was that song? What did you say? No one wants to help. I guess I'm on my own. Build a foundation from the bricks they've thrown. In a black and white world, true colors stroke. Change if you want. Everybody grows. And life's black and ill, just trying to get a hold. Opinions ain't facts. Take them in and let them go. That's that song that he has with Chris Brown. So yeah, take that in, man. Take that in, because it's just an opinion. It's not a fucking fact. You take it with a grain of salt. You don't like it, you brush it off. Tell somebody to go suck their mother, and we continue moving. I'm just gonna tie this up with like what. Oh yeah, so if you're listening to this on Spotify, you will see that below it gives you'll see a question, and if you tap on that, you can actually respond to that question, and that is me asking that question, by the way. So yeah, I want to see some responses because I've done it for every other episode, but I really didn't even announce it, so I don't even think you guys realized it. I think you guys thought it was a part of the description, but it's not. It's an actual questions that I want an answer to. So like, what's something that someone has done that you realize was purposely done to try to upset you, like. And then I also like follow-up question is like, what do you do to get your mental state back? Because for me, like, I remember, like, even with the internship thing, for the rest of the day, my mental was fucking shot. I was so annoyed. You know when you're just so annoyed to a point where you just feel like, I should really call this person back and just fucking rip them a new battle, because they really got me fucked up. Like, it's not a lot of times people can really get me like mad like that, like get me like to a point where, oh baby, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to tussle. It's been a minute, but that man really did. Like, I was driving home from work. That happened at 10 in the morning. I finished work at like 6:30 or probably 5:30 on that day, I can't remember. And then I had to pick up my son from my sister's house, and I'm driving home, and I really was in the car, like talking to myself, like, oh my god, this motherfucker really, like, he really tried it, like, he really fucking, because one thing I don't like is, again, I'm a single mom, do you know what I mean? I've been growing my son. And my son is an amazing person. Like, he's so lovable, and he's always just like just good energy, just walking around the house. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you see, if you try to criticize me as a mother, oh baby, oh child, because who the fuck do you think you are, though? Like, this is a real life question. Who the fuck do you think you are? But yeah, when I get to that point, literally the only thing that I was driving home, and the only thing that could calm me down was music. So I have 3 things that I do I listen to, preferably when I'm in the car. I'll listen to like true crime stuff, like, you know, situations or little episodes or whatever. That's my shit. I listen to that. Or I'll listen to plane crash documentaries. And I always say, like, if the plane is going down, more than likely I can save us, yeah? Because I always listen to like plane accident reports and how it happened, and the cockpit recorders and stuff like that. Like, I'm that type of person. I'm very much like, I'm very nerdy. I think that's the best way to put it. Like, I'm very nerdy. I want to know like the ins and outs. I want to know motives. I want to know like everything. Where's the evidence? What are we working with? Like, what's the crime scene? Like, I'm very nerdy. So I'll watch like true crime. Like, on YouTube I'll watch That Chapter, or I'll watch Christina Randall, that's my gal. Mike, that's my G. And then for plane crash accident stuff like that, I'll watch Mentor Pilot. He's the only one. Mentor Pilot. Every single episode, past episodes, watch them all. So that's my thing. And then the third thing that I'll do is just listen to music. Like, I don't really play like playlists. I literally just click on one thing and it just takes me from there. So that's how I learn a lot of like get put onto a lot of new music, and that's why when I create like the playlists that I create for Rebellische conversations that y'all ain't been listening to, but I ain't gonna hold that against you. When I create those, it's more um you'll never see like just rap or just hip hop or just soul. Like it's a mixture of everything. You might have a little bit of rock on there, you'll have a little bit of grime on there, you'll have a little bit of literally just a little bit of everything, but they all have the same message that tie back into what I wanted to achieve with the playlist. So for me, when I get to like a really really bad state, I'll just put on some music. I'll put on some music. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific thing. I'll just put on some music and I'll vibe out. I'll vibe out. But music is my go-to for a lot of things. Like when I'm in a fucked up mental space, when I'm feeling anxious, when I'm having a bad day, like music makes you feel so much, but it also is just so calming for the soul. In my opinion, like music therapy is my shit, like for real. And I realized that because I play a lot of music in the car, I'll be playing music now in the house, and my son's really singing along to these songs because he hears it so often. But it's a beautiful feeling, man. Like music, it connects people, draws people together, and then you know, it's common territory there. But alright, so I promised that I was gonna keep this short and sweet. I just gave y'all like 2 little situations for y'all to be able to try and relate to, because I'm sure everybody's had like that boss or that colleague that tries to go on a fucking power trip, and you got to like, what are you doing? You look fucking ridiculous. In my case, like an internship mentor, or just like a friend or one of them people that really just disrupt your spirit, and you're really just there like, oh, I can't ever be around you, I'm sorry. And people get cut off quick. But again, please stop walking past all these red fucking signs. Be observant like your girl. Like sometimes it's not even every day let me cuss. Sometimes you just have to sit back and just watch it, because it's like a fucking burning car. Eventually they're gonna fucking fall, crash into a tree or a wall or something, or another car. Sometimes you have to just sit back and just watch the fucking foolishness that is going on. And yeah, go ahead. So yeah, again, this is just an episode to give you something to think on, and for y'all to have that vent space if you need it, and to give you a listening ear, and to give you a voice to the people that feel silenced or invisible, because we ain't doing that around here. Okay, we ain't doing that around here. So again, engage with us on Instagram. I realize y'all be quiet. I don't like y'all be quiet. I see this like a lot of y'all listening, but y'all are too quiet, man. I need y'all to run over to Instagram, which is Rebellische Conversations, Rebellische Conversations. Follow, like the stuff that's on it. I can't remember what's on it. And engage with us, man. Slide into the DMs. Just do not slide into the DMs moving reckless, because if you slide into the DMs moving reckless, you're gonna get back reckless energy. So, also keep in mind, I want to see all of y'all hop, run, and skip over to the Rebellische Seele clothing brand Instagram page. That's REBELLISCHESEELE, because we're launching on Monday, and then you can just click on the link that takes you directly to the website. And I'll also probably open up the Instagram shop as well, so you can just stay on Instagram and just shop from there. But keep those 2 things in mind, because it's really, really important to me, and I love all the support that I'm getting already. And I realize a lot of you guys have been going directly onto the website. The website was like down. yeah, I had closed it, so you probably got a 404 error. But if you click on it now, it will take you to sign up for the newsletter, and you'll also see a video with a little taste of what we got coming and a little countdown, so you can still be in the know. You feel me? As usual, I want to hear your experiences. I want to learn from y'all, so that maybe we can talk about it on the next episode. Okay? Okay? Okay. All right. So, again, remember, Bold Collection launching 20th of March at 6 p.m. CET time. Okay, cool. All right, so remember to say "Prayed about here in these streets." Hacha Kusha. Bye.